How do you even intro this show? Like, what are we fucking doing, man? Like, this is the weirdest thing we've ever done, probably.
Oh, I didn't think this through.
Subtitle to this episode.
Look, you know what you clicked on. This is Pink Floyd. This is the podcast usually where we sync every movie ever made to Pink Floyd's 1973 magnum opus, The Dark Side of the Moon. But this week, folks, myself, Gareth Blackler, and my intrepid, brave little boy co-host,
Hi.
James Barron. Hi. Hi, James. Oh my gosh. Okay. We've got to explain this.
Yeah.
Straight up top. This is a reverse episode.
Yeah, the Uno Reverse podcast.
Well, actually, you probably don't know what you clicked on because we didn't even announce this last week properly. Oh, this week, we've taken our video function as instead Pink Floyd performing their magnum opus, The Dark Side of the Moon, in its entirety, live. We've muted that. We've taken all of that off. And instead, it would have made sense if we put like an iconic album or something people had heard of, like the audio of a movie or something. That would have all made sense. Instead, we've followed the strangest whim, and we're syncing this Pink Floyd concert video with Yu-Gi-Oh! Music to Duel By, a 2001 album of songs about the anime Yu-Gi-Oh!
The disdain with which you just said songs is just so good. Oh my god, yes, that's exactly what we've done. Yeah, I feel like this is the B-side to last week's episode, right? And that we're doing the exact flip side of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Canon here, where we're doing a bit of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Music, what the kind of offerings are available from Yugi and his friends. But also, I feel like this is setting a dangerous and excellent precedent, which we tend to do on the show, and that, like, I feel like going forward, if we want to do another album and it's not Christmas and we're not treating ourselves, that we will sync it with this live performance of Pink Floyd, which is from Pulse, I believe, the 1995 concert film. Just the Dark Side of the Moon section of that performance, because they do play all the hits outside of Dark Side of the Moon, but they do play Dark Side of the Moon in its entirety on the side B. And by the way, it's a sick performance.
Wow. Oh my gosh, yeah, I watched it just clean without this other album.
Yeah.
It was really good. It was really nice to revisit this album that we've heard so much.
Yeah, man.
And like this fresh new way, like the little reinventions, or even just the fact that it's being organically created in front of us.
It's very nice. It was very it's kind of a relief to hear a new take on the album, honestly, or like just a different, fresh version of it. And yeah, I'd seen Pulse before. It's a DVD that my dad owned. I think
it's the DVD my dad owned.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go. It's the DVD for your dad to own. That's a recommendation from us. And that next Christmas, get him Pulse on DVD. Or Laserdisc, as it's available in, by the way.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's very cool.
I wish
you own a Laserdisc, don't you?
I don't own a Laserdisc. I've only seen one film on Laserdisc, and it was Waterworld.
That's right.
But yeah, I would love to own Pulse as a Laserdisc. That's a great collector's item. But anyway, yes. So going forward, I think this will be the way we do albums. So feel free to suggest albums you want us to sync up with Dark Side of the Moon, because we do have an option to do so now.
You've unlocked. It's like a video game where you've got far enough that you've unlocked something, and now you can go back and redo things with more power.
This is the worst unlock. It's so good.
Yeah.
You unlock something and it objectively makes the game worse. And you're like, oh, all right, I guess I have to deal with this now as well. You know? Oh my god. But yes, Yu-Gi-Oh! Music to Duel By, a classic hit of the music genre. released by 4Kids TV, the makers of Yu-Gi-Oh. Never heard
goodness.
of an anime putting out a soundtrack before this, really. I guess they exist, but this is just an insane collective of songs. I don't even know if all of these feature in the anime. I think some of them are just written for this.
None of them do.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take you back. I'm gonna take you guys back to 2002. 2002, world's a different place. The year is a palindrome. Ladybird is happening in real life. She's receiving some socks for Christmas.
Sweet.
Shout out my Ladybird stands.
Yeah.
But in my neighborhood, it's the holiday season, and my little brother, who's very close to my age, we're only 20 months apart, asks for a Eminem album. He asks for the Eminem Show CD for Christmas.
Good choice.
And my parents, as far as Eminem goes,
not a bad album.
I'll say. My parents, however, they don't think he's ready for Eminem.
Fair.
So they get him just something else. They go down to the shop and they ask the man, "What's good for my son?"
Listen,
and
he's not ready.
Says,
he's not ready for Eminem.
No, the man says, "Well, kids like Yu-Gi-Oh, so here's Yu-Gi-Oh, music to Duel By."
Oh man!
And Boxing Day, we start heading off to go camping.
Yeah,
and we each take turns putting in CDs. So Dark Side of the Moon did definitely get played.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think there would have been some Neil Diamond for my mum.
Nice.
Maybe some Avril Lavigne for little Gareth.
Nice.
This was a year before I discovered Green Day and my mind got recarved.
Expanded, yeah.
Yeah. And of course, Yu-Gi-Oh! Music to Duel By. And the next Christmas, my brother got his Eminem album because my parents were like, well, we found the one thing that's worse.
Totally fair. Oh my god. That's great Gareth Blacklaw lore right there. Wow.
So that's why I'd heard of this album. And then years and years later, when you and I were flashing together, it came up in conversation. And I was like, you guys have got to hear Face Up, Face Down, which is one of the songs on this album. And it became a regular rotation for our flat.
I don't know how often we played it. I feel like we talked about it a lot and inflicted it on people a lot.
Yes, yeah. Similar to Kroll.
Yeah, actually. Very similar.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. And then, it recessed into our memories until we had to sync Yu-Gi-Oh!
Until the time was
I caught
right.
myself listening to this album again. And here it is, folks.
Here we go. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Music to Duel By. Oh, I can't wait to talk about it. Should we jump into the performance, the live performance of Pink Floyd and Yu-Gi-Oh! Music to Duel By, Gareth?
Yeah. So again, in case people are incredibly confused, because honestly I am.
Yeah.
This is a Pink Floyd concert from the 90s.
95.
Playing the 1973 album, but we've muted it.
Yeah.
And we're playing this obscure soundtrack album, but not soundtrack album, of songs inspired by the TV show Yu-Gi-Oh! Specifically its American adaptation, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, notably there is a Japanese take on this album, which is 40 tracks in length, just so you know.
Whoa!
That exists out there. It's called...
Oh, yes.
It's called Sound Duel, sorry. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters Sound Duel, Volume 1. God damn.
Yes.
Incredible.
So this was... There's 3 songs on this that are the score from the TV show. That's the music you're designed to duel by.
Yes, literal music to duel by.
I'm pretty sure that album is just that, and then they've beefed it out for the American audience with
just some quality hits.
Yeah. I think we have to get into it.
All right, man.
Folks, all of this media is on YouTube. You can play along at home.
Yes.
Maybe you don't want to, maybe you do. We'll make a playlist on the Pink Floyd YouTube channel, so you've got all these songs and footage.
Okay, just open 2 windows at once and just let it ride.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, let's do it, bud. Let's jump on in 3, 2, 1, sync. We got at the start of the concert, we zoom in on a little dusty planet, I think is what's happening. in this concert, right? Or like a little orb or something. I don't know what's going on. But it like very harshly cuts to our friends in the Floyd here, the live performers. Except we're getting some like fucking like flute playing because the opening track on this album is of course the Yu-Gi-Oh theme song, which starts out with this like Egypty sounding flute playing and then dives into some like hard techno from the 2000s. Is the best way I could describe it. This is also an extended cut of the full theme song, which I believe is long in the anime as well.
Yeah, from memory.
It's like a minute and a half or something. You're watching it, and you're just seeing random Yu-Gi-Oh monsters and all your Yu-Gi-Oh friends appearing. But you know, oh man. But yeah, this is like 3 minutes of that soundtrack, and it's insane.
Yeah, the bass line is rocking though. I really enjoyed the bass line to Yu-Gi-Oh theme.
It's pretty good. Not bad.
Yeah.
It's plugging away there. Unfortunately, of course, the start of the album that we would usually be listening to is Speak to Me and to Breathe, right? Breathe's a very chill vibe. And so naturally this performance matches that. We've got like just like David Gilmour singing the words to Breathe as we're hearing just a man screaming the word Yu-Gi-Oh at us.
Yeah.
Which is great. We've got old mate Wright, Richard Wright, I think his name is, going just absolutely nuts on the synths for Breathe.
Yes. He is surrounded by synthesizers. He's in like a little room he's made of his own.
Yes.
And he is killing it, this whole performance.
It's very good.
I think we should run through the band that are on stage.
Okay.
So you've got... this is notably when Roger was not in the band.
Yes. This is post Roger.
Yeah, I believe he's still technically not in Pink Floyd. He just tours the Pink Floyd music himself.
Yeah, does he? Just like the old stuff?
Yeah, and his own like solo work.
Okay. I mean, fair enough.
Yeah, absolutely. It does also give people like 2 chances to hear Pink Floyd live, essentially.
But yeah. All right, let's run through it, because hilariously, this is probably the first time we've actually talked about the members of Pink Floyd, like, ever properly. So we got David Gilmour, of course.
Yeah, he is looking good in his blue jeans and black t-shirt.
Hell yeah, crushing it. Yeah. And just having a good time throughout this whole performance, honestly. There's a lot of times when he's not doing anything. He's like, his solo is just finished, and he's just like, looks over to the like backup singers and is clicking his fingers, like, hell yeah.
Yes.
He's just having a great time.
That move is so cool. I've caught myself doing it since watching.
It's a good feeling in a live performance to like look over around you, right, and see everyone just doing their thing and feeling real good about that. Like that's cool. Yeah. That's a good place to be. So we've got him. We've got Richard Wright on keyboards and also secondary vocals. And like 1,000 other types of keyboards, like Hammond organ and everything. He plays like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
It's very impressive. And we've also got Nick Mason on drums, of course.
Yeah, Nick Mason just looking like a kind of cool accountant. I noticed he's sitting on an office chair.
That's so good. I do.
Not a drum stool.
He's probably got to like maneuver around quite a bit. And so it makes sense that his seat's on like wheels, but that would stress me out if I was performing, like playing the drums on a wheelie chair. It seems like a really tough thing to get like any kind of like traction to play the drums. God damn.
Yeah, I feel like I'd hit a drum too hard and go like sailing backwards.
Yeah, exactly, right? That's the fear.
Yeah.
He isn't like smashing the drums. Like he's not going like nuts through this performance as he's wont to do in like a Pink Floyd show. So he is like doing it, but it's fairly... most of the tracks are fairly low tempo for Dark Side of the Moon. So he's not fully in danger of just disappearing into the darkness backstage. But yeah, anyway, he's here. Should we go through the rest of the folks? Because there's a bunch of other people.
Yeah, I've took some big guesses for their names here, by the way.
Okay.
So on the bass, we have Randy from Home Improvement.
Okay.
This, like, child dressed, like, again, very hip and modern.
Yeah.
For, like, today's era.
Very...
just rocking away the famous bass lines.
Very, very young man, yes.
Then we have a guy I've called Happy Drummer.
Yes.
He's on secondary drums. He's wearing big headphones. He's standing. He's hitting a lot of drums that are hanging above him.
Yeah, I like that energy as well, yeah. He's
Yeah.
got a bunch of the weird stuff that's, like, not good enough for Nick Mason to be playing.
Yeah. Then we have a woodland elf on secondary keyboards.
Yes.
This is a man with very lovely long hair, dressed in a little, like, vest.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, I liked him a lot. Then we have 3 backup singers who, when I first watched this back when I was a kid, taught me how to be a cool backup singer.
Oh, they're great. The choreography throughout this whole performance is really good.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a trio, which is like the classic setup for backup singers, and they just are perfectly in sync with each other throughout the whole performance. And also, like, get to do a really fun thing when we get to Great Gig in the Sky, which is just awesome. So,
Yeah.
yeah. We'll get there, though. So, they're all great.
And then we have Saxophone Dad.
Yes.
Who is just your dad with a saxophone. He gets some good moments during Money and Us and Them.
He does. He's honestly the most out of place looking person in the whole performance, and that he looks like he's just sort of descended from the sky or like burst from another time. Yeah, he's like, he looks like a dad who they've just got out of the audience, and he's like, I can play the sax, and then he does, and it's really good. So yeah, there you go, sweet.
And then there's I called him Curly Jefferson. He's another guitarist.
Yes.
Who's very tucked to the side, also surrounded by, like, he's in a kind of cage of amps.
Yeah.
So he's not going very far.
He's trapped completely, and he's on, like, acoustic guitar,
Yeah.
And, like, some other keyboards and stuff, too.
I believe that's the Pink Floyd ensemble, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's everybody.
Yeah.
If we miss someone, then I'm sorry. More so than, like, not saying your name, but whatever. We've got to move on. They're all here, and they're all crushing it. And that we're ignoring everything that they're doing to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! So there you go. Yeah. Also, the set itself we should describe. Because it's like this huge, like, orchestration of all these different instruments all over the place, and then above it there's this like huge arch of steel and lighting rig, and then underneath that is a complete circle as well with a screen inside of it. It's a real simple kind of setup for a show, very like basic, but it's incredibly effective. The circular screen that plays different like music videos that they've built for this show is great. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's very tasteful for like mid-90s and also Pink Floyd.
Yeah, man, they knew what they were doing with visuals, right?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah, so shout outs to that. Whoever set that stage up, looks great. Iconic performance.
Good on you.
Yeah, so the urgency of the Yu-Gi-Oh theme is not carrying through to the visuals for me. I feel when I listen to Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm getting amped up, right? I'm getting excited to see some powerful duels, and the music reflects that. But the Breathe performance underneath was not doing that for me. We do move into On the Run, that section, while this is still playing. It kind of shocked me how long this cut of the intro was, because we can get into On the Run before it even like finishes.
Heck yeah.
It's kind of...
To be longer than a Pink Floyd song is wild.
Yeah, that's a precedent in and of itself. Like, that's amazing. But yeah, the On the Run part of the performance is pretty cool. It's mostly hidden, and that it's like all weird like synth cuts and audio samples and stuff, so we don't really see the band performing. It's just mostly focused on the music video of this, on the visual of a guy in a like hospital bed, just racing forwards past all these different scenes, and like eventually taking off like a plane, and it's pretty great. But yeah, there's like when we cut to the next song, there's a whole bunch of like lights flying into his face that like I would assume only he can see. But yeah.
No, it's very cool, and it's very interesting because this man's going through some existential terror.
Yes,
he's staring into the distance. He's seeing all kinds of things, while this music is exclusively talking about playing a card game.
Yeah, is that interesting?
Yeah, nothing more like it's time to duel while a shocked man lies in bed.
It's true, yeah. It's we should have been warned by this intro. Because when this spoilers, when this comes back around, man, was I feeling like the man in the bed. Okay.
Yeah.
So we gotta dive into track 2, which is called Time to Duel with 2.
Oh my
The
gosh.
number 2 is in the
Yeah.
title. This track has big Limp Bizkit energy, is what I've written
Holy
down.
cow, yeah.
Yeah, like really intense, like rapping over like a breakbeat. It's really awful.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, there's rapping, like not a lot, like 4 bars of rapping.
yeah,
And then there's some scream singing going like time to duel.
yeah. It's
And then just
overly
the sampled
dramatic.
yes.
I do love the idea of everyone gathered in this stadium, like hearing this, watching this visual, and just hearing this playing out over, like the Yu-Gi-Oh album playing out over the loudspeaker, because it's just amazing. While this song is playing, the crash sound and On the Run would be happening, and the sick thing about this is in the concert they acknowledge this by a prop of a plane flying in. Like over the audience, like shooting sparks out of its wings, and then like fake crashing into the wall to the left of the stage. It's insane, or stage left rather. Yeah,
No, it's so cool, and there's like a blinding light from it. Like the pyrotechnic budget is crazy.
it's great. Unfortunately, it doesn't sync with anything in this Yu-Gi-Oh album.
No.
But I do love that they acknowledge the crash sound as like an important moment on the album. So
Yeah. It's very good clarification for us that this is something we should find important in our sets.
yeah, big enough to have like a whole prop dedicated to it. So
Yeah.
sweet. Bloody Time to Duel still playing after this as we go into the clock rolling in for Time's intro. Of course, the visuals for Time involve like a bunch of clockworks and machinery and like a little clockwork man just chilling and doing various things, pulling away at a lever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very similar to what I saw at the planetarium when I went to the Pink Floyd light show, which is
Sweet.
interesting. Yeah, I don't know what inspired what.
Yeah, hard to say.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about how at the time the planetarium thing was a thing that was touring probably immediately after the release of the album, right? Like
That's true, yeah.
so probably it came before this performance, or maybe it informed the performance, is what I would think.
Yeah, or it might have been parallel thinking.
Could be.
I mean, the song's called Time.
Yeah.
You're going to show some clocks,
Gotta have
so you're
some
going to not
clocks
show
and
some
stuff.
clocks.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but thankfully, we do get into Time as Time to Duel is wrapping up. So
Yeah.
that's okay. We've got there. The time alignment has happened. Also, want to note, as the song ends, we cut to Nick Mason, and he's holding these glowing drumsticks.
Yeah.
They're just like big glow sticks with the like drum ends on. These must be custom, or I'm sure you could probably buy these at any like local rock shop, but
Surely, yeah.
they're great. They change color, and he's just having a grand old time with his glowy drumsticks. And it's also just for this song.
Yeah.
It,
And like anyone in the crowd isn't really seeing that, so
No.
it's really just for your dad and his DVD player.
yeah, man, it's great. I love that he just has glowy drumsticks for Time. It's just such a sweet little note.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, on the Yu-Gi-Oh side of it, we're getting into a song called "I'm Back."
Yes, I'm back.
What did you think of "I'm Back"?
So I didn't love I'm back.
No, "I'm Back" is fascinating in that for most of it, it sounds like it's not a song about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes. So the song itself, like lyrical content wise, is in reference to a specific episode or series of episodes in the show where Seto Kaiba is replaced by like an evil clone and steals Seto's deck to like defeat Yugi. And so yeah, it's about like having a duplicate and someone walking around in your shoes. It's really weird.
Yeah, because it sounds like it could be like an enemy in a social situation,
Yeah.
or someone new is dating your ex or
But
something.
no, we get to like the breakdown and they make it extremely explicit that it is about this certain episode because there's
Yeah.
like we get like cuts, I guess, from the episode about removing Kaiba from the picture.
Yeah.
There's a like my favorite bit is just when I think like Pegasus is saying Seto Kaiba will bother us no more. It's so good. It was so funny that I had to pause our little video and take a break at this juncture because I was like, I can't believe someone made this.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because I initially listened to this, like did a re-listen as like a YouTube playlist, just pretty much going by the YouTube recommended next song thing. And I thought I'm back, and it just started playing like a pop punk song from this era until it gets to this point where it's like a full takeover of Kaiba Corp.
Oh, the best.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
My favorite sample of it is Kaiba trying to, take back his company, and he says, "It's takeover time by me."
In case you were
Like,
confused.
who else could it be, bud?
That's definitely dialogue from the show, right? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Weirdly though, this song lines up great with time.
Yeah.
There's like the solo in the song starts exactly when Dave Gilmour starts just like jamming on the guitar, like peeling out for his time solo. It's a great sync. It's like the solos are aligning perfectly. I'm feeling it. I'm very happy.
The guitar work on this album is actually, like, it's virtuoso-esque. It's really good.
Wow. There is a lot of, like, insane solos that occur, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. They're going for, like... Hilariously, on the album, they're going for, like, a stadium rock kind of feel a lot of the time. And because this is a live performance in a stadium, it's just the wrong band is playing. I feel like if this was like a Bon Jovi concert we were syncing it with, it would work amazing.
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah.
You know? But yeah, it does look weird, the old sync up, but it works well enough for me. Like, obviously they're not playing the same notes, but solo at the same time, I'm very happy. Unfortunately, the next song starts up mid-time solo, Summon the Dragon. There's no dialogue, no vocal to this song. It's just a instrumental cut. I believe this is like Kaiba's theme.
Yeah, I think so. This is definitely the eponymous music to Duel By.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And I remember as a kid dueling to some of this, and it did feel pretty exciting.
Well, there you go. You're supposed to provide your own vocals, and that you're talking about your duel in an emphatic way, right? You're slamming down cards onto your duel disc and just yelling about blue eyes.
Yeah. Singing to my brother about like how great my Celtic Guardian is and Dark Magician.
Right. Exactly. But yeah, sadly, we do get back into like Time's verse. So both David Gilmour and Richard Wright are singing away, and we're getting no vocals at all in the track.
No,
and that don't work for me, friend.
No, this is also when I started to get like, those dreams you have where you're trying to scream but no sound comes out, or you're stuck in like concrete and can't run.
Yeah.
Having heard this album like, God, probably 100 times in the last year, then seeing it happen but not hearing it was incredibly terrifying.
Yeah, it's no good. It was a harrowing. This is where I started to feel trapped and started to feel worried about what we were doing. Because this song is just like a 90s techno song with like synth stabs thrown in for like drama, I guess.
Yeah.
Like a whole bunch. It's like interstitial music for the anime that they've just cut together.
Yeah, for sure.
It's arguably not a song. But yeah, I was like, oh no, this is track 4? So, yeah. In the background, we do go into some great gig here. with Dave Gilmour moves over to like a pedal steel guitar. These things are really cool, by the way. These instruments.
I love pedal steel.
Yeah. They're like incredibly complicated to learn to play, but
Yeah.
they make really cool sounding music because you can just like activate a slide whenever you need to with the pedals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like the SpongeBob music is played on one of these hilariously. So if there's a SpongeBob album we could sync with this, it might work great. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's really good. There's also a really good lighting change in this section, which does sync up with something in the Summon the Dragon song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's something that's good. It changes to like bright red light, so like all the little lights on the stage swivel inwards, and we cut to a section of the song which it sounds like every video game trailer in the like early in the original Xbox era. There's like a trance loop that would always play in the background for like motocross games and extreme sports games that just goes like
yes.
Like that exact sound is playing through the headphones right now. And that kicking in really got me with that lighting change. I was like, oh, okay, here we are.
Oh man, all techno has been ruined for me by my vague, like my only way to describe that kind of techno rave from the 90s is I think I've seen the movie Blade, and I'm pretty sure that music plays in a vampire dance club.
Oh, yeah.
And I can only think of vampire dance clubs now.
Well, is that so bad though?
No, not at all.
If it's the start of Blade that I remember, they're all dancing in like a white room with like sprinklers like on all the time. And
yeah, that's sounding right.
Yeah, like spoilers for like the first 5 minutes of Blade, but I remember that like eventually the sprinklers changed to be like washing them in blood, and it's like very intense. I'm pretty sure that's what happens. It's been a while since I've seen Blade, but I'm pretty sure.
I might have actually been thinking of The Matrix Reloaded when I said Blade as well.
Oh yeah, this sound is so Matrix Reloaded. Like it is exactly what is going on in the like long car chase sequences. That's what they're trying to evoke for sure. Anyway, we get out. We luckily escape this track. As we get into the first vocalist of Great Gig kicking in. So all the backup dancers, I mentioned this earlier, dancers and singers, sorry. They each have a part in Great Gig that they sing, and I really like that. I think that's really cool that each of them gets their own little like featured section in the song. It's really nice.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I think it's I remember my dad explaining this as being like, oh, no one could recreate that vocal, so they had to like get 3 people in to do it. Yeah,
for sure. It's an incredible moment on the album for sure.
Yeah.
And, having 3 different people doing their own little vocal version is really awesome because it's just like sort of like mildly improvisational, right? Like just doing vocal harmonies over the lead, and it's really good. But yeah, we've got to move on to the next song, which is Your Move.
Oh yeah. This song has remained lurking in my head for the last 15 years. I found out when I first listened to it. This
is kind of like a power metal song, I would say. There's a lot of very strange lyrics. My favorite of which is, it's an all-out war with monsters that obey.
Yeah.
Which is a very good sentence that more people should say, I think. One of the only things I want to talk about in this little song is that there's a breakdown verse at like... There's a bridge section, I would suppose. It's not the typical verse, but there's one that like changes up the cadence of the singing, and it sounds exactly like the song "Kidnap the Sandy Claus" from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
If you like put these together, if you like listen to one and then the other, it's unreal how similar they are.
Yeah.
Like the da 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 da, like that kind of singing where they're like planning to do something. Oh, it's wild that this is in a song. Yeah, it just
The rest of this song is like broken side emo meets like new metal rap.
yeah.
And then it goes into like full what do they call it? Patter songs
Yeah.
from like old musicals.
It feels like educational rap music.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Brush your teeth every day.
yeah, right. That exact feeling.
Brush your teeth and you'll be okay. At the dentist, it's where I go. This is my toothbrush flow.
Damn, you're too good at it.
Sorry.
Too good. It's upsetting me deep down how accurate that was. But yeah, definitely check out that this track if you're a fan of that style of music.
Oh, right.
I
thought that was your overall review. Like, good song though. Check it out.
Oh God, no. I don't recommend it for anyone with taste. But man,
I need to point out I've brought up the Amazon reviews, and I'm on a 3-star review from Xbox Fan 2001.
okay. Well, surely he would love
move.
it, right? Because he has all the trailer sounds that he could ever want.
Well, he found Summon Your Dragon 6 out of 10 boring song.
Wow. Okay.
But he did give Your Move 10 out of 10, makes you want to duel.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe it's just because I have no desire to duel at any point that I can't relate to this song. That's probably, yeah. I feel like I'm underqualified to talk about the album and that I'm not a keen duelist. So take my advice with a grain of salt, listeners. You may be better off listening to a true Yu-Gi-Oh fan's recommendations.
Yeah. This album, I did kind of realize this album is like, you know how our songs in our world are about love and like conflict and politics
Relationships.
And stuff. Yeah. This is obviously music from the world of Yu-Gi-Oh where duel monsters are the most important thing in the world.
You are so right. That's exactly it. Everyone's obsessed with this bloody card game and it's warping their views and music making ability. Like, this is all anyone cares about. It's probably just music to Duel By playing on the local radio, right? In the Yu-Gi-Oh world. And everyone's like, you've heard the track? You heard old mate Yugi, what he's up to in this track? Oh my God. I really love...
Because they probably would be also about the characters because they're like such huge celebrities.
They're megastars. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, they were in the movie that we watched anyway at that stage.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I can't. Oh. But thankfully, we're getting the great gig performance in the background. And for me, this was a welcome distraction from what was a harrowing track. We get the 3 vocal performances are awesome. And we get to see like David Gilmour just like watching on, very like a proud dad.
Yes.
It's very good energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. As we're in the final stages of Great Gig, though, we get into Duel Madness. The opening to this track has Kaiba, the voice actor for Kaiba, telling us that the virtual systems are ready. It's just... that's an intense opening to any song.
Virtual systems ready.
I want just a DJ out there to sample the virtual systems are ready from this track and just drop it into their set and see if anyone notices. This song features some of the worst rapping I've ever heard recorded.
Oh my God, yeah.
Okay, so it's just some, it sounds like just some random British man came in off the street and he's just rapping as we're getting into Money in the background for us. But yeah, I can't describe it. He does not have a voice suited to rap, you could say.
No.
It sounds like karaoke to a song I've never heard, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, it's...
sample lyrics are Zigga Pow, Zigga Zigga Pow, wanna duel, wanna duel, wanna duel, wanna duel.
Yeah, shout out to the Spice Girls, I guess.
Yeah.
Close...
Is that what they were saying when they wanted you to Zigga Zig?
I hope so.
Duel them?
I was always curious as to what they meant. They just wanted me to duel. Yeah, Duel Madness is a lot. It's a lot, this song. I couldn't... The chorus line talking about Duel Madness was like it's an affliction.
The best way I could It so is. The best way I could describe it is I handwrote my notes and made every letter in Duel Madness incredibly wide.
Yeah, that's how it
Yeah.
feels for sure.
Yeah. It feels like if you put your like legs and knees really far apart and like crouched down and tried to run with your hands like touching the ground,
Yeah,
that's what the voice sounds like.
full Exorcist backwards running down the stairs
Yeah.
feeling. Yeah. Oh, it's yeah.
And then
I just can't get past that talk rapping. Like
no.
he's just saying the lines. He's just a
It's
man
definitely
reading off a
someone
page.
who definitely someone who thought rap was easy
Yeah,
and was like, oh, anyone can do it, and then told these guys that yeah, I'm real good at rapping,
Yep.
and
one take.
has let us all down, really. Let me down, let you down. Let Pink Floyd down.
Yes, I've written. Yeah, thankfully throughout this song, nothing syncs with the money performance. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I would be upset if it did, if we had any syncs here. Oh my god. There's a little weird like vocal sample from I think the Pharaoh's voice actor, who just says,
Yeah.
"Can Yugi control the power, or will the power control Yugi?" Which is just something. It's nothing. That's not a sample you should use. But yeah, this is easily the front runner for my least favorite track on the whole album. It's awful. It's almost unlistenable.
Yeah. There's a part just before the bridge where he raps, "Summon the dragon, blue eyes white, send in the swords of revealing light."
Oh,
And like screams the word light and like turns into like Aerosmith,
Yeah.
or like if Aerosmith were pure evil.
evil Aerosmith is something that I can get behind. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Aerosmith.
Aerosmith. Oh, that's like a triple entendre. That's so smart. Holy
Oh,
fuck.
hey, thanks.
God damn. Okay. Yes. This is also where we get our friend the saxophonist appearing for Money solo.
Yeah.
He shows up like a dad out of hell. Here he is. I love him. We get into the next song, No Matter What, which is some like stadium rock, Bon Jovi kind of stuff. Here.
Yeah. Country post grunge.
Yeah.
Like I think the kids call this singing Herm Yow. It's that like grungy kind of like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna sing.
Exactly
kind of
that feeling, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It is matching the Money performance, the like long guitar solo fairly well. I do hate
Yeah.
it, but it does match. So I've got to give it props for that.
Yeah.
There is a weird little guitar solo section where I'm pretty sure no one in the band is doing anything. On screen, we don't see anyone performing any instrument at all. I'm pretty sure there's a bass like solo occurring that we just isn't shown, but we're hearing a guitar solo, and that's a keen anti-sync for me. So
Yeah. I think they, on purpose, aren't showing the members, especially the bassist, that much, because they're not original members.
yeah, I think that's accurate for sure. They're trying to avoid it. They're keeping it to the boys that you know, that you barely know the names of. So just trying to get them on screen as much as possible, and fair play. But yeah.
Yeah.
They do get like a little bit. They do cut to him like right at the end. I think after the solo is done, but it's a little unfair. But yes. What have we got next? Yes. So
I don't think the world is ready for us to finish talking about No Matter What, James.
why is that?
The No Matter What on YouTube is listed as a duet between Yugi and Joey.
Oh, that's right. Oh my
Which is
God.
so much funnier because neither of them talk like, hey, yeah.
It's good. It would be good if they did. If there was a cut of them like if they both sounded like the lead singer of Disturbed, I'd be really into that. Or like Puddle of Mud kind of energy for the show. If Yugi had a voice where he talked like little Yugi, and then whenever he became the Pharaoh, he talked like, yeah, I'm gonna duel you into the ground, Kaiba. Like that would be really good.
Yeah, instead of his like getting taller and angry eyes, he just gets like a sweet goatee.
Yes. He doesn't grow at all. He stays exactly the same height, but he grows like a really shitty beard and puts on like a backwards cap. Oh my god, I love it. But we do have to move on. I'm sorry, Gareth.
Okay, just quickly, have you ever had to duel against your very best friend? And did it feel like this song?
I've never had to do that, no, but I feel like it would if I did.
Okay.
Yeah. So if that happens coming up, then someday I'll put this on in the background to get myself hyped up to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the best arguments I've heard for pop music is that it trains you on how to feel an emotion. Like,
whoa.
If you're going through something sad, you know that there's like an endless amount of sad songs to help you with this.
Okay.
And this song fills that void, you know? It helps you get ready for if you have to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Against a friend.
That's very true. That's what the service that this album provides in general. It is literally music to Duel By, so it is what it says on the tin. So I'm happy about that. Oh my god. I don't know how I feel about songs teaching you how to feel emotions. That feels very like sociopathic, but
I feel like as this, especially this episode, I'm revealing my robotic self.
Oh no. What is joy? Sadness?
Like earlier I called the human experience love and conflict and politic.
I mean, that's pretty accurate, though. I'm pretty sure
Okay,
that's
cool.
how an alien would see the human experience, for sure. So, you know, you're just trying to summarize it, and I think that's all right.
Oh, okay, phew.
Yeah, I'm sure you are a human just like me,
Yes.
with feeling about politic and relationship. So, yeah. Can we move on now that we've done that?
Yes. That was it. I was just really trying to trick you into reassuring me I had human emotions, and I got what I needed.
There you go. Well, sweet. Let's move on to the song.
Just quickly, Xbox Fan 2001 gives this song 10 out of 10.
Oh, no matter what. He
Yeah.
knows his shit, yeah. I trust him to tell us how we should rank this album. Okay, the next song we hear, Exodia, which I'm pretty sure is the theme for Exodia in the show, or at least like whenever Exodia gets played, they play like a little bit of this song or whatever. It's like some like weird, eerie chords followed by like a bunch of like major key positive horn sounds.
Yeah.
It's a weird and incongruous song. This like the breakdown of this song sounds very much like a Generation 4 Pokemon battle theme that was rejected. Like you're going up against like Cynthia and the Elite Four, and this could play, and you'd be like, I don't know if this is right, but you know, you'd be like, I guess I'm hyped. Musically, this is the most insane song on the whole album. This feels like so many different ideas just colliding together. It's like they had all the remaining samples of music that they've ever played on Yu-Gi-Oh! The TV show and put them in one song. It's very weird. It's a weird song.
Yeah.
There's a lot. It's a lot. Exodia. But I guess that's like, that tracks with Exodia, how it's like assembled in your hand. If you have the 5 pieces of Exodia, you can play them, and I think you just instantly win when you do that in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that a thing?
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
God,
You've got to have his arms, legs, and head.
What a
and you can just
terrible
win.
thing to have in a card game.
Yeah. It's like if there was an extra goal hidden in a football field where if you hit that, you just win the game.
Yeah, there's like a small bucket that's suspended at the top of like one of the goalposts. And if you get the ball in there and it doesn't fall out for 3 seconds, you just win instantly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or more like if you're like a baseball team, if you had these players on the bench and they all ended up playing, then you'd win. Like it's kind of that simple.
Yeah,
You know
right.
you've got the cards.
If you play through the entire starting lineup, you just instantly win. Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of nuts. It'd be shorter baseball games.
Yeah, but like you shuffle your players wrong and you just got Exodia's leg trying to play baseball.
No, man, no one wants that.
No.
Yeah, that's right. They were useless on their own, right?
Yeah,
So
I think they only had like 100 points or something.
yeah, you were making like a deck building restriction by trying to include Exodia, but instantly winning for playing 5 cards is just what a boring way to win a game.
Yeah.
You know, it's the like Yahtzee equivalent of a card game. It's like, well, I rolled all 6s, so I win. See ya. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah. I will say with Exodia is by this point I'd been so battered down that my only notes for this song were nice, tasteful,
Tasteful.
which is neither of those are true.
No, maybe you were talking about the performance, which is yeah. We go into like Us and Them,
Tasteful.
and after Money's solo finally. It's Money's performance here, I think, is like 12 minutes long, which is insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get into Us and Them finally, and there's like a dark stage with like walking feet appearing on the screen. I think a lot of like war imagery is playing out, and
Yeah, and like businessmen as well.
yeah, we get another like sweet little saxophone solo from our friend, the Dad. But I wish I was hearing him and not this song.
Yeah.
I'm very sad. But yeah, let's move on. Ahead of the Game starts up next.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and yeah, this is not matching the chill vibe of lovely Us and Them.
Not in the slightest.
This song is written from Kaiba's perspective. Just being like a boastful kind of prat. I do love that there's a little verse where he sings about his liquidity and his giant balance sheet. That's a direct quote from the song. Eyes emoji. There you go. Yeah, there's another good sync here with like a lighting change, which is pretty good, along with like the chorus. But the chorus line ends with like "nothing will be the same," like, and the same aligned perfectly with like the lights spiraling around in a really cool way. So that looked cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, weird song.
Yeah. There's a lot of like kind of stuff.
Yes, in a list of weird songs, this one is pretty amazing, pretty great.
Yeah.
Just a song performed by Kaiba is crazy.
Yeah, it does, to its credit, like sounds like he'd write it. Like it's very it's very mechanically kind of an algorithm kind of wrote it. Like
Oh my
DJ
God.
scratching is cool. We'll put that in.
Yeah, exactly.
I like Kashmir by Led Zeppelin. I'll put the exact riff from that in there.
He's built a simulation of every pop song and
Yeah.
well, every song that was playing at the time. In Yu-Gi-Oh! World, and put them together, and the machine spit out this, and he's like, well, I'm sure to hit number 1 with Ahead of the Game. Oh my God, it's great.
Yeah, check it out.
With this song and then the following song, We'll Be There, I've got a theory about this, and that these are rejected songs from a Yu-Gi-Oh! Musical that was never made.
Oh yeah,
Just
100%.
having characters sing like their own little aside songs is so like live performance musical. It's just I thought it was strange to have on an album, but I loved that it just starts like so deep into it. We're like track 10 right now.
Yeah.
And we're getting like takes from all the different characters here. Which yeah, so the next track will be there is a song from like Yugi's friends singing to him about how they like back him 100%. We get like the bit from the anime where they all draw the like smiley face on their hands together.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's so weird that they're like serenading Yugi as he duels over some acoustic guitar.
It's amazing, like, how much these characters know that they're the support characters.
Yeah. Oh,
they're like, we've got nothing going on, but whenever you're dueling, we'll be here with you.
We are brought to life again.
Yeah.
Like, we are nothing without you, is what this song is about. There is a great
Pretty
line.
much.
Yeah. There is a great line from, I think, Joey's stand-in character, just based on how they sing. But he says, sometimes it's hard to live with the choices you have made. And fucking preach, man. That, like,
Yeah.
if that doesn't sum up this episode of the show, holy crap. Yeah, no, this song sucks so bad. It's like trying to be like really earnest and like lovely, and it super is not.
Yeah, all the acoustic guitars sound like they've just been done in MIDI as well.
Yeah.
Like, we'll just plug them in here and then we'll add a real guitar later. Oh, what do you mean the CD's due tomorrow?
A lot of these instruments sound very lo-fi, no effort put into them. The horns earlier, I think, are directly from a MIDI keyboard.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh my god. Meanwhile, in the concert that we're watching, the good thing that is part of this, we're in Any Color You Like, and visually there's some really cool like kaleidoscopic visuals appearing on the big circular screen and a bunch of multicolored lights flying around. This is really sweet. I would love to see this. Like,
yeah.
You know, having Any Color You Like it's like definitely the trippiest and like vibiest part of the album. And
heck yeah,
they know it with this visual. It's awesome.
Yeah. Richard Wright also kind of gives David Gilmour a little friendly look.
Oh, I like that.
Which I noticed, like, he's hearing the song and it's like, oh, we will be there.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah.
My review of this song, you could put it up on Pitchfork. It would be 2 words and it would just say, mercifully short. So there you go.
Yeah.
Oh.
But, you know, like how you've got to... you know, you can't have a sunny day without a bit of rain. You've got to have this bad song before we get to the greatest song ever written.
Absolutely. We're finally here. It's Face Up, Face Down. As written from Maximilian Pegasus's perspective, the key antagonist of the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise. Fun fact, this song is sung by the voice actor for Maximilian Pegasus.
Yeah.
Iconic. Incredible. Definitely not a singer. Oh my god.
He does vocal training now though. Like if you listen to the song, you're like, I want to sing like this. You can go to his website.
What?
I've forgotten his name. And ask him to train you.
Wow. So I too could learn to speak like Pegasus?
Yeah.
With that like extra layer of whimsy in my voice. Yugi boy. That's my Maximilian.
That could be you, James.
Oh, please.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Face Up, Face Down is the Broadway villain number of this. It's the
absolutely
Be Prepared from The Lion King. It's the
super is
Hamilton. Wait for it.
Yeah.
It's
It is. I wrote that down. The Scar song from The Lion King. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like it is that feeling, and that it's a monologue from Pegasus talking about his grand plans and how you never even reach his abilities. Right. The big villain energy. Perfect for the Yu-Gi-Oh musical that I'm writing. So yeah, it's so good. The chorus alone is worth it for this song because it just talks about the mechanics of Yu-Gi-Oh and ends with the line, play your strongest card. Which...
Yeah, face up, face down, attack or defend. Face up, face down, this battle's to the end.
Oh my god, I love it. It's too good. It's so hammy and hilarious. Oh, and he does like a bunch of like evil chuckles throughout the song as well. Oh,
yeah,
great. Oh my god.
It's interesting as well because they were obviously not too confident in writing a full Broadway number because they bring back the riff from ahead of the game at one point, and they also kind of have that bleepy bloopy Blade Matrix Reloaded synthesizer in there as well.
Okay, maybe it's just a reference to like Kaiba working for Pegasus in some instances, or I don't know.
Yeah, which is very, very well thought out.
it's the motif of the album coming back through. Yeah, there you go. Orchestral work there, pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. The song is laden with like little samples from the anime of just or maybe live performances from Maximilian's voice actor just being like, "Your turn, Yugi boy," and it's just I love it. I love it. It's great.
I love it. I will die for it. It's
great.
just like doing the dishes to this. You feel like the dishes are all part of your scheme. Like every bubble is the soul of an enemy.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Because most of the song is about like, oh, I've stolen all your loved ones' souls, but it's chill.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Losing your soul is not as bad as you would think, is what he's trying to say. Which is
an exact lyric.
It's a hard sell, but he's so charming that I'm inclined to believe him. Oh my god.
Is there a better song about stealing someone's grandfather's soul?
I don't think so. I would be.
No.
I'm sure that like other songs have been written about stealing your grandfather's soul, rare as they might be, but this is the best one. What does our boy, the reviewer, say? Xbox Fan 69 or whatever it was.
I'm sorry. I got deep into his other reviews, and his review of Toy Story is one of the best movies ever made. Unfortunately, Disney isn't making any more Toy Story movies, and he posted that in 2005. So I've got good news for him.
Hey, Xbox Fan, get hyped. There's so many more.
You got 2 Stone Cold classics.
There's 4 Toy Story movies, Gareth.
Oh, no, I said that, yeah. I assume he knew about Toy Story 2 at this point.
Oh, I hope so. Okay, but this is a review of Toy Story 1. Maybe he just wasn't up to the play.
Oh, no, Xbox Fan, because he stopped reviewing around 2005. Like, he moved on.
Fair enough.
He reviewed a Nokia phone and then got on his way.
Oh my god, this review section is a goldmine. What other things has he reviewed?
Nintendogs, 5 stars.
Hell yeah, great game.
Yeah. King of Fighters, a minimum impact on gamers.
Oh,
I think that's a game.
Yeah, King of Fighters is it's like a beat 'em up game.
Okay.
Man, okay. I disagree with that take completely, but fair enough.
He's reviewed a Juicebox media chip. Do you know what that is?
I have no idea what that is. I want to know.
Yeah. He's the only person who's reviewed it. It's a 32 gigabyte with The Adventures of Billy and Mandy Volume 1 on it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
Currently unavailable on Amazon now.
So a juice box is it's like a really shitty Walkman that plays like cartridges with music on them, apparently.
Huh.
Or they play like
Cool.
the video of like you can play music videos on like a tiny little like Tamagotchi size screen. I think is the idea. And yeah, you could put like GBA style cartridges in and play little clips of TV shows and music videos.
Ooh.
That
sounds perfect for us.
There's probably there's a bunch of people that use this technology, like Nickelodeon and 4Kids, etc. Put like their shows on these little cartridges as well, so you could probably watch Yu-Gi-Oh on one of these things.
Ooh.
Yeah, it just looks like an enormous Digimon Tamagotchi. In case you're wondering what it looks like, listeners. Okay, let's divert back from this rabbit hole. I do love that he's reviewed such disparate things. He's like a Renaissance man in that he's covered like so many different medias and things, but like only one of each, which is very good. Oh my god.
He's like at a buffet just sampling away.
Yeah, just bring me your favorite movie, your favorite TV show. Yes.
Is he Pegasus?
He definitely is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But
although his review for Face Up, Face Down is 5 out of 10, Pegasus singing, lol.
Oh. What? He can't be
What a
Pegasus.
hater.
Never mind. He's a Pegasus hater, so we're gonna let's move on from him and
we can't have him anymore.
Never mind. No, he's done. He's cut out of my life. Oh
yeah. Cancelled.
Cancelled. Oh my god. But yes, unfortunately, we have to move on from our favorite song on the album into the final three.
Yeah.
We're getting the final part of the performance here with Eclipse. Brain Damage into Eclipse is playing in the background, by the way. But yes, we
Yeah.
move into Millennium Battle, which is another instrumental song. But I feel like this one goes much better with the visuals of the concert of Brain Damage, and that it's
Yeah,
more
for
like
sure.
it's more like a suspenseful, eerie kind of song, which I feel like matches the Pink Floyd vibe better than the other instrumental bombastic things that we've had before now. You know, yeah, the track like keeps going with like a visual of the sun coming in, and the moon aligning for an eclipse as Eclipse starts playing.
Yeah.
Now, at this point, I'm getting worried. I'm like, because the concert's ending, Gareth.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen now because we've got like another two songs that are about to play, and Pink Floyd are waving to the camera, waving to the audience, and leaving the stage. And I've never been more afraid at the end of an album. Yeah, so I didn't know what was going to happen here. It's me standing at the precipice for the final part of the album, Gareth. But thankfully, listeners, Gareth is a patron saint and a fine man, and he looped the concert for me in the video that we've put together. And so it just starts back up again. We go straight into Speak to Me / Breathe again, baby, as is God intended. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm very pleased with that. I was so afraid, but you picked me up in your strong arms and you carried me away, Gareth. It's very reassuring.
I feel like only Richard Wright from Pink Floyd is aware that he's now in a loop.
Oh,
Because for the rest of the performance, he is incredibly aware of the songs. He keeps looking over his shoulder like, oh no, what's happening?
is this some Yu-Gi-Oh music that I'm hearing?
Yeah. One song ends and he's still playing his Pink Floyd song on mute, and he looks so happy that it's ended.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, because
I hope he's free from that now.
I hope so too. We aren't yet, though. We've got two songs left to cover. We've got Heart of the Cards playing as we get our first loop of the album here with some truly awful rapping. Really bad.
Yeah, it's like if Riff Raff from the Rocky Horror had a cold.
Oh my god, yes. This is like a really trash like prog thing that is trying to happen with the the plinky plonk kind of rapping style of Riff Raff here. Oh, it's very bad.
Yeah, you could charm a snake. It's actually, you could charm a snake to this flow. It's like if you taught a snake to sing exclusively by playing it like new metal and Rocky Horror.
Oh my god. It's like the parable says, you sing to a snake, he'll be charmed for a day. Teach a snake. Teach a snake Yu-Gi-Oh! And he'll be charmed for life. There you go.
The worst thing is I finished my watch and I had to then go into a Zoom meeting. And my goodness, the song was just stuck in my head the whole meeting. I just had like, spirit and mind,
Startlingly accurate performance there by Gareth. Yeah, definitely check that one out so that you know what it's like. Yeah, the chorus ends with the classic phrase "time to duel" as well, just like yelled out, and it's awful.
Yeah.
But yes, they saved the worst for last, though, Gareth, because the final track of this album, "World of Yu-Gi-Oh" is its name.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a fairly rational person. I feel like I'm like fairly restrained in my takes. This is probably completely untrue, by the way. I do enjoy a good rant every now and then, and we're about to dive into one because I hate this track with like every fiber of my being. This is the most insane way to end any album. It's It's so awful. I'm pretty sure the song plays in the waiting room of hell. It's like it's like if mindless self-indulgence were playing over like a turbo pop song, like like what is it called? What are they called? Shit. They did the Bug Snacks theme tune. I can't remember.
Oh, Kero Kero Bonito.
Yeah, it's like if Mindless Self-Indulgence and Kero Kero Benito teamed up to make something designed to destroy people. It's like, it's awful. It features some like really iconic lyrics as well.
Oh yeah.
Solve the puzzle, transformate into the Duel King, and teach me, Yami Yugi. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is that? Transformate? That's not a word.
So the song is like a pop punk kind of bare naked ladies rap kind of
Yes.
thing that is essentially Yu-Gi-Oh! Mary Sue fanfiction where the narrator has inserted himself into Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
But he's too smart to fall for like Pegasus's traps.
Obviously.
And Kaiba. It sucks, yeah.
I'm so upset by this song that this is how the album ends. It's like a final fuck you from the album.
Yeah.
Um,
Even from a completely robotic standpoint, it ends by saying welcome to the world of Yu-Gi-Oh!
yeah.
That's not how you end your World of Yu-Gi-Oh! album.
It super isn't. Surely you flip the first and second tracks, right? No, the first and last track, sorry. You put the Yu-Gi-Oh! Theme at the end, the one that everyone knows and loves, and you put World of Yu-Gi-Oh! At the start so that people can not buy this album because they hear this first when turning it on and go, oh god, oh no, and return it immediately. They must have known. Anyway, visually, we are in On the Run, and we see our boy, we see the man in the hospital bed, just lights flashing into his eyes. He's zooming down a runway out of control. He's about to have a plane crash in front of him. And that's exactly how I feel listening to this song. That is the perfect sync to close out what can only be described as the perfect album, Gareth.
At one point in this album as well, they realize they haven't crammed in enough Yu-Gi-Oh! References, and the singer just yells, Joey! over, like, weirdly, the chorus happening, and two of the previous verses, like, layered on top of each other.
Oh my god. It's too much. Whoever made this song should be in prison. I really hate it. Oh, shit. These lines, though. The Dark Magician and the Pot of Greed and Cannon Soldiers do your damage. It's the star chips that I need. Now the battle phase is over, and that card is overrated. Come on, let's go.
Oh,
fuck.
Poetry.
Oh. Alright. That's the end. Our video just cuts there, and because it's the end of the album, and I sat in shock for 5 minutes, and then I had to send a message to Gareth saying, well, I'm done. What did you think? How did it sync?
I think, again, as this is our first reverse sync, it's almost like it's not about the syncs. It's about how many of your life points remain.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm at absolute 0. I feel like the only point, like, you could have just sent me this last song on the album and I would have felt exactly the same way. Like, that song alone was enough to destroy me. But we've got a whole album of prime Yu-Gi-Oh! Cuts that we have to talk about. This isn't a review of just that final song.
No. What if we finally... You know how we realized doing the Entourage episode that we can get into negatives?
Yeah.
I reckon for these reverse syncs, we're playing entirely in the shadow realm of negatives.
I like that.
So, 0 being the highest.
Yeah, we start at 0
and 10 being the lowest.
Work downwards.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what would you give this?
I want it. This is uncharted territory. It's like I'm feeling like a strong -7 on this. You know, there were syncs.
It's still a good, reasonable score.
Yeah, there were syncs, but they were undone by releasing nightmares into the world, by showing me large anime monsters from beyond the realms of mortal men.
It's also very hard, like every other time we've had storytelling, which is humans' like base power, like something we programmed to do and understand. But watching a muted concert while a different album plays.
Yeah, man.
A concert that sort of has a storyline to it, but you need the music for that. It throws you completely out of whack.
Absolutely.
I feel like I'm a cartoon character with no outlines.
Yes. Spilling out of the page every now and then.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, like, the thing about this experience was, I've never missed Pink Floyd in my life more. It made me thankful for what we do on a regular basis on the podcast, which is an insane thing that we do, by the way. Like, making me miss that is kind of crazy, right?
Heck yeah.
Like, I love doing the show, obviously, but like, it's still a nuts thing that we're doing. And
explain it to anyone.
Yeah, right. But having me miss that part of the show, having this experience be so bad, and making me want to do a regular episode like nothing else. Yeah, absolutely. We are fully in the shadow realm. Yeah. How are you feeling about my -7, Gareth?
I'm loving your -7.
Okay.
Mark it on the shadow graph.
The shadow graph with the dark axes. The axes of evil.
Oh, very nice.
Oh my God, sweet. That's another episode of our show. Oh, wow. It's going to be a lovely change of pace next episode to return to, well, not a change. This was a change of pace to return to normalcy of just listening to an album and watching a film. Oh,
where are you going to take us, James?
It'll be a relief. Well, as this has invaded my usual way of life, my usual stance, it's just people coming in and changing things and getting amongst and just destroying what I know and love, Gareth. And I'm not going to stand for it. Okay, I'm not. We're gonna sort it out. I'm sticking up for myself. I'm sticking up for you and the podcast and for the human race. Okay, we're going to watch Independence Day.
Oh!
Okay.
Not where I thought that was
This
going.
is the declaration of our independence, and you can't control what we're doing on the show. All right? My flag is planted firmly in the top of an alien spacecraft.
Ah, yes.
Yep. Sweet.
All right. Cool. Oh my gosh, so look out for that next week if you have recovered, listener, because we may not have.
It was a bizarre lead in there, but that's exactly the frame of mind that I'm in, so I apologize.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, well, until then, I've been Gareth Blackler.
I've been James Barron.
Check out Sync Floyd wherever you feel like checking out Sync Floyd.
Yeah, please.
Goodness me. And until then, we'll see you on the dark side of the moon.
On the dark side of the moon. Oh, I just needed to do that for real. Like, bring me back to Earth.
Yeah.
Oh, goodbye.
Virtual systems ready.